Good afternoon, soccer lovers. Good afternoon. Welcome to your favorite Facebook soccer show, all things football, with myself, Pure Khoto, your host for the season, your first season. You're on to your fifth episode of your favorite Facebook soccer show. After a 2 week break, we're going to take another break next week to make way for the international break. We're talking all things football, as the show suggests. Let's have a look at our top stories from the world of football locally and internationally. We start off with Barcelona, who are sentenced to what is by far their worst start to a Champions League campaign after losing to Benfica 3-0 on Tuesday on their second successive Champions League encounter after having lost to Bayern Munich, who beat them 8-2 last time the two teams met on their route, the former's route to the Champions League victory. The loss makes it the second time the Catalans lose their opening two fixtures after having lost having suffered back-to-back defeats to Porto in 1972 and 1973 during the first round of the UEFA Cup. Ronald Koeman's Chargers are now bottom of Group E and face the danger of early elimination, something that has yet to happen in the history of the club. Former Chippa United and other stories. Former Chippa United coach Dan Malesela has questioned South African Football Association's decision to allow Luke Eymael back into the country. We know what's happened with Luke Eymael, the controversy he attracted when he made those allegations regarding his racist comments during his run in Tanzania as manager of Young Africans. The Belgian is said to have been cleared of all racism charges made against them and has also returned to South Africa. This is not the first incident involving Luke Eymael. Also had an encounter with then Kaizer Chiefs coach Steve Kompella, which was never resolved. Then Malesela also refused to acknowledge then Luke Eymael's triumph with Free State Stars when they won the Nedbank Cup in 2018, beating Maritzburg United by a goal to nil at the Cape Town Stadium during the 2017-2018 season. Liverpool forward Mohamed Salah has expressed desire to leave the club and is open to joining La Liga side Barcelona. The 29-year-old has expressed desire for a new challenge, playing a different league. He's been in tantalizing form, netting 8 goals in 8 matches. His form is out of this world, and he would love to see if he can. But now which makes it's kind of tricky. Which league is more competitive? Is it the Premier League or the La Liga? Because the La Liga, the Premier League, mainly feel as the most competitive league in the world. The PSL, with the exception of the PSL, one of the most competitive leagues in the world. Which one is the most competitive league in the world? You decide. Regarding the episode, all things football, I'll upload the show at the end of I'll upload the episode at the end of the recording. Comment, like, and share. Feel free to comment on the show. Tell me what you think. Tell me what I need to work on. Tell me what you want to hear. Today we're introducing what you've been waiting for, the Legends Corner. Today we previewed the late John Shoes Moshoeu. We're going to talk about that later on into the show. There it is. Mohamed Salah, the Egyptian, expressing desire to join Barcelona. Kaizer Chiefs go into the game against Amazulu on the back of a 3-match winless run, having lost back to champions Sundowns in that hammering to newcomers Royal AM, where they fell short 4-1 at the FNB Stadium, and the stalemate against Marumo Gallants, a game which saw defenders Fiso Hlanti sent off. TS Galaxy have appointed former Wolfsburg goalkeeper in Sead Ramovic, who is half German and half Bosnian. The 42-year-old has signed a 3-year deal with the Rockets and will assume duty as soon as he is as soon as he receives his work permit. For so long, Asam Tsweni and Sean Bartlett will resume duty on the interims. Occurs after the dismissal of Owen Takama, who was relieved of his duties after an underwhelming performance, with having lost his last game as PSL coach, which led to, he did express, someone has to pay after what happened in the last game. Unfortunately, he had to pay the price, and he was released of his duties as a result. Let's have a look at the highlights. The results, rather. Champions League highlights from the week. Shakhtar, goalless draw. Shakhtar and Inter Milan on Tuesday. These were the Champions League results. Shakhtar and Inter Milan played to a goalless draw. Ajax beating Besiktas 2-0. Wait for it. Surprise. Wait for it. Wait for it. At the Santiago Bernabeu, Sheriff did the unthinkable, beating Real Madrid. The Los Blancos fell short to new Champions League newcomers, and Los Blancos falling short to newcomer Sheriff Tiraspol by 2-1. They did say they meant business, and they mean business. Hence, they won 2-1. PSG beating Man City, English champions, by 2-0. Leipzig going down to Club Brugge by 2-1. Liverpool thrashing FC Porto away from home 5-1. AC Milan going down to Atletico Madrid at the end by 2-1, and a dramatic encounter where Atletico Madrid got a penalty towards the end. Luis Suarez converting from the spot. Borussia Dortmund beating Sporting by 1-0. On Wednesday, we saw FC Zenit beat Malmo by 4-1. Talk about a hammering. Atalanta by winning by an odd goal against Young Boys. VfL Wolfsburg playing to a 1-0 draw against Sevilla. Chelsea and Juventus winning. Chelsea getting 1 over Juventus, winning by an odd goal. Dynamo Kiev, who are current Bayern Munich, who recently topped Group E, putting 5 past Dynamo Kiev, fresh from beating Barcelona by 3-0. Man United came from a goal down to beat Villarreal by 2-1. Goals from Alex Telles and Old Trafford's favourite son, Cristiano Ronaldo, right at the death. Salzburg beating Lille by 2 French champions Lille by 2-1. Benfica piled misery on Barcelona, as we've been talking about it, by 3-0. MTN 8 semi-finals during the week. Midweek action. MTN 8 semi-finals. Mamelodi Sundowns beat Lamontville Golden Arrows by 3-0. Swallows FC falling short to Cape Town City, a goal match which saw a surprise runner scoring a brace, winning by 4-0. Another hammering. It's been a hammering week in the world of football. Hammering after hammering after hammering and thrashing. Hammering and thrashing at the same time. Looking on to our fixtures for the week. Our first game in the PSL, Amazulu hosts Kaizer Chiefs, who are yet to get a win in 3 matches, having not won their last 3. Benny McCarthy's Chargers will be hoping to pile misery on Amakosi to equal Stuart Baxter's worst run in the PSL, where he went 4 matches, went on a 4 winless match streak after drawing with SuperSport United, losing to Tax, losing to Ajax Cape Town, and a goalless draw with Platinum Stars, and still went on to win the league at the death after Platinum Stars fell short to Golden Arrows towards the end of the season, losing by just a point. Skugona United travel to TS Galaxy and Bomela Stadium. Chippa United host SuperSport United. Baroka FC host Stellenbosch United, and another match many are waiting for. Cape Town City, Eric Tinkler faces his former club in Orlando Pirates. On Sunday, we have a double header. Arrows take on Marymount Gallants, while Mamelodi Sundowns host Swallows FC. Kickoff for that game is 5:30. English Premier League, onto the English Premier League. Our first game currently underway, currently goalless at Old Trafford. The Red Devil host the Toffees in Everton. Burnley host Norwich City. Chelsea hosts Southampton at the Bridge. Leeds United host Watford at Elland Road. The Wolves host Newcastle and Brighton. And Brighton, we wrap up by Brighton hosting the Gunners and Brighton at the Amex Stadium, American Express Stadium. On Sunday tomorrow, we have a triple header before we pause all things for the international break. Crystal Palace taking on Leicester City. Tottenham host Aston Villa, while the Hammers host Brentford at the London Stadium. And that's all we have time for, keeping it short and sweet, all things football. Talk to me at Apia_Rebel, like the page, all things football. I'll link the episode at the end of the episode. Like, comment, and share the episode. That sums up your 5th episode of All Things Football, where we talk all things football. We give you previews, news, stories, previews, analysis, results, fixtures, the works. On to our Legends Corner before we say goodbye. Our legend today is John Lesiba Mushwewu, better known as Shoes Mushwewu in soccer circles. John Mushwewu, born in Soweto in 1965, began his career with Giant Blackpool in 1987 before joining Kaizer Chiefs in 1993. Before moving to Turkey late 1993 when Cendler Berici, Turkish side, the president of the Turkish side, went to watch him play and was impressed and flew him to Turkey immediately before going to play for other clubs like Kayserispor, Fenerbahce, where he also became captain. Bursaspor before coming back to Kaizer Chiefs in 2003, where he won back-to-back league and cup doubles, and along with the Absa Cup and the Super 8 in 2006, before joining Amazulu, where he would hang up his boots in 2008 at 42 years old. His international career spans from 1993 to 2004. After recovering from a broken leg, he would make his debut against Botswana, where they won by 2-0, with Rudolf Siale, where he scored on debut alongside former Kaizer Chiefs defender Rudolf Gardner Siale. He was part of the 1996 squad that won the AFCON on home soil and was part of the squad that represented Bafana Bafana on their first World Cup in France 1998. Scoring John Shoes Mushwewu, the former has represented Bafana Bafana 78 times, scoring 8 goals and 68 starts. His history is tracked back to Alexander, where his mother resided. He was a car enthusiast, owned 9 cars. He lived a healthy lifestyle, though he never got married. Before his untimely passing on the 21st of April 2015 at the Morningside Hospital after a long battle with stomach cancer. Shoes Mushwewu is survived by 4 children, 2 boys and 2 girls. May his soul continue resting in eternal peace. His contribution to South African football will never be forgotten. Continue resting, sir. And that's all we have time for. We're back again on the 16th of October. After the international break. From myself, Apia Khoto. We level 1. We're excited. Let's be responsible either way. Sanitize. Stay at home. Stay safe. If you must go out, sanitize. Wash your hands. Wear a mask. Continue social distancing. From myself, Apia Khoto, this is All Things Football. Take care of yourselves and each other. Cheers.